Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Sean Keenan. Today I was not actually coming to shoot at the lake. There's a place nearby, just about 500 meters down the road, that is a moss corridor. It's a kind of gorge, a dry gorge that is covered with moss on either side, and it's like a tunnel of moss. So I was actually coming to shoot that today, but I got word that it was going to be dense fog down here by the lake. And I've never been to this particular side of Lake Shikotsu. So I thought I'd come and see if it was worth shooting. And you can see there's no dramatic light. It's pretty. And you know what? Even though I didn't take a spectacular image this morning, getting out and photographing full stop, experiencing the morning, makes it all worth it.
I've had a very busy brain of late, with a busy schedule on top of it. I've been distracted and somewhat dismayed. It's been a real challenge to be creative or to be motivated enough to be able to push through it. But getting out today and forcing myself to be there for sunrise connected me with familiarity. Early mornings in nature are my temple, and I love the calm, quiet introduction to the day. Walking in the forest with the beautiful early summer hues of green have such a deep impact on my mood. There's a word in Japanese, shindin-yoku, which translates as forest bathing. It's essentially a therapeutic or meditative practice of connecting with nature by engaging with natural environments.
What has caught my eye is a couple of branches with leaves kind of coming down and making a kind of V shape. Right behind that is a tree log that has fallen down into the path. Looks like it's been there for ages. And my interest is in those low-hanging branches with the leaves. I think I might need a graduated filter because the sky is somewhat visible in the background, and there's deep shadows, which makes a very unbalanced image. So if I throw on a graduated neutral density filter, that should bring down the highlights in the sky and balance my exposure. These magnetic filters are fantastic. Here is the log that I'm connecting just on the right-hand side of the image. The cluster of leaves here, with my focus on this bottom leaf here. It's the one that's facing most directly towards us. So I wanted to make sure that at least all of the lines in that one are quite in focus. I'm using this line here, this one over here. You can see how it's kind of boxing in that bottom left corner. And here and here, these two lines, although this is a crack and this is a kind of contour of the rock, is creating a balanced line going up through the center of the image.
I shot this image in a 1:1 aspect ratio, but I felt that a 5:4 ratio gave a little bit more of some needed breathing room and balance to the overall composition.
While I was shooting the last shot, I looked up and there is a branch that's coming down the face of the gorge here. And naturally, because everything is covered in moss, down at the end here, there is a a small patch of fire moss, and it's these really wonderful fronds that come out with the background of this nice soft moss behind it. And because they have this really beautiful kind of orangish reddish color, they stand out so dramatically from the background. So I didn't move my camera because I like the angle that this is coming in at. So I'm using a bit of the moss down here underneath of the branch in the bottom right of the image. And then this in the background on the right hand side of the image. I had to throw on a neutral density filter, a graduated neutral density filter, to cut off the glare from this side of the image. And that way these fire moss fronds will really pop. This is a really cool place. A couple of years ago, I shot it in a place called Tarumai Garo, and it's very similar to this. It's a gorge, but there is a river running through it. I'll throw a link in the description below. If you're interested, please go check it out. It's a great episode. This is really interesting in that I can walk through this the entire way, all the way up to Tarumai-san, the volcano that formed this gorge. Today, I'm not going to do that. I'm due back home shortly after lunch. And I think it's about 7:30 now. So I'm still on the lookout for a couple more shots. And then off we go. Whoa, whoa, wow. This is pretty amazing. Check this out. This is so cool. I don't know if I'm gonna make it home in time. Whoa. Okay, to work I go.
After trying to make a composition for a while, I decided to just leave it and to come back again in the fall. It was the brown leaves that I felt distracted too much from any composition that I could make. Although a cover of autumn leaves might just make it a spectacular shot. So I've marked my autumn calendar and I plan to visit again. As I walked on, I captured this shot and forgot completely to capture myself capturing this shot. So my apologies, but please enjoy the image.
So on this leaf right here, a flower has fallen from somewhere up above and it landed on this leaf, and it's somehow not coming off. It seems to be almost glued to it, because there is a gentle breeze that comes through every now and then, and one just fell down from up above again. Anyway, with the breeze, I need to be able to move a little bit back and forth and play with that plane as the leaf is moving just ever so slightly. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it up to my eye here and using the magnifying glass to really hone in on the sharpness. And when there's a slight dip in the breeze, I'm hitting the shutter. Now, I'm also shooting a high frame rate, so that way, if it is moving, I'm getting a series of shots while it is moving and while I am moving. And I can see that that strategy has worked. I have gotten a couple sharper images. I don't want the very front of the flower in focus only, and not get any sharpness in the yellow pistils. And I do want some of the lines of the leaves as well. So the shapes of the leaves are really important, as well as getting nice sharp focus on those yellow pistils. Yeah. Oh, what a mess. Definitely need a haircut. Well, anyway, that brings me to the end of the episode today. It was a little bit more challenging than I thought, the corridor, maybe because of the leaves, the dead leaves. There was a couple of things that I wasn't so keen on. One of them was the dead leaves that were lining the path. I felt that detracted a little bit from the color and the texture of a more fine art image, which is what I was going for. I think that also, if it had rained yesterday or today, maybe the moss would have had a more vibrant, lush kind of look to it. It looked a little bit dry, and I felt that didn't lend itself to the overall aesthetic that I was looking for. I had no expectation of the kinds of photographs that I was going to take today, so I'm quite happy with the images that I walked away with, and I hope you are too. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.